Did you know that 99% of deaths after 75 can be traced back to just 5 major causes? But here's the shocking truth. Most of these deaths are completely avoidable. Many people think that passing away at an old age is just part of the natural process. But in reality, it's often the result of risks that can be managed or even eliminated if you take the right steps now. The scary part is that most people don't realize these risks until it's too late. By the time they start feeling the effects, their options are limited, and their health has already started to deteriorate. But what if you could take charge of your health now and dramatically reduce the chances of falling victim to these deadly causes? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you're going to discover the 5 leading causes of death after 75, and more importantly, how you can take action to protect yourself, stay healthy, and live a longer, fulfilling life. What you learn here today could make all the difference. Let's dive in. Before we jump into the specifics, let's make something clear. These 5 causes are responsible for nearly all fatalities after the age of 75. They're not random or mysterious events. They are often preventable and, most importantly, manageable if you start taking action now. Many people think aging is a passive experience, where your health is something that just happens to you. But in truth, aging is largely in your hands. The choices you make today can impact how you feel tomorrow, next year, and even a decade from now. So, let's take a look at the 5 main causes that lead to death in this age group and explore what you can do to reduce your risk. Let's start with the number 1 cause of death after 75, heart disease. You might think that heart disease is something you can't avoid, especially as you age. But here's the truth. You have more control over your heart health than you realize. Heart disease doesn't happen overnight. It's a result of years of wear and tear on your body, poor diet, lack of exercise, and unmanaged stress. The scariest part is that many of the early signs of heart disease go unnoticed because they don't come with obvious symptoms. You might think feeling a bit tired or winded after walking is just a part of getting older, but those are actually signs that your heart isn't as strong as it used to be. The good news? With the right choices, you can reduce your risk significantly and keep your heart strong for years to come. So, what are the best ways to protect your heart? First, managing your blood pressure is crucial. High blood pressure is one of the leading causes of heart disease, and often it doesn't show any symptoms until it's too late. Eating a heart-healthy diet, avoiding excess salt, processed foods, and unhealthy fats, along with staying active, even simple walking or stretching, can go a long way to strengthening your heart. Remember, heart disease isn't a fate you have to accept. Small, consistent choices today can keep your heart strong and help you live a longer, healthier life. Next up, falls and injuries. It's not a disease, but it's one of the most dangerous and often overlooked risks. After the age of 75, a single fall can completely change your life, turning what seemed like a minor accident into a life-threatening event. You might not realize how vulnerable you are until it's too late. A slip on a wet floor, losing your balance while reaching for something, or a simple misstep can lead to fractures, head injuries, or worse, all of which can spiral into severe complications. In fact, falls are one of the top causes of injury-related deaths in seniors. But here's something many people don't know. After experiencing a fall, the fear of falling again often leads to a dangerous cycle. Many seniors avoid moving altogether, whether it's skipping walks, avoiding stairs, or simply limiting their activity. This leads to weaker muscles, and weaker muscles increase the risk of falling once more. The good news? Falls are not inevitable. There are easy steps you can take to reduce your risk dramatically. Strengthening your legs and core, improving your balance, and making small adjustments around your home, like adding better lighting and handrails, can make a world of difference. And don't overlook medications. Many prescriptions cause dizziness, drowsiness, or drops in blood pressure, all of which can increase your risk of falling. Talking to your doctor about your medications and their effects on your balance can save your life. Now let's talk about something that's often taken for granted: breathing. As we age, our lungs become less efficient, and even minor respiratory issues can quickly become serious. Respiratory diseases, like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, pneumonia, and other lung-related conditions, are leading causes of death after 75, and many of them are preventable. What starts as something simple, a cough, shortness of breath, or even mild chest congestion can snowball into a life-threatening condition. Pneumonia, for example, is a huge risk for older adults, turning a cold or flu into a hospital stay, or worse, permanent health complications. But here's where it gets alarming. Many people brush off early signs, assuming they're just part of aging. But ignoring symptoms like coughing, wheezing, or feeling winded when doing everyday tasks can be dangerous. So, what can you do to protect your lungs? Start by staying active. Even light activities like walking or stretching can help your lungs stay strong. Improving your indoor air quality, avoiding exposure to secondhand smoke, and using air purifiers can also have a big impact on your respiratory health. And don't underestimate the power of vaccinations. Pneumonia, flu shots, and other respiratory vaccines are critical in reducing your risk of infections that can lead to serious complications. Your lungs need care just like the rest of your body. Don't wait until breathing becomes a struggle. Now, let's move on to stroke, another major cause of death after 75. A stroke can happen without warning, and when it does, it can change your life forever. The scariest part? Up to 80% of strokes are preventable. That means you have the power to significantly reduce your risk by making a few smart choices. A stroke occurs when blood flow to the brain is interrupted, either by a blockage or the rupture of a blood vessel. This lack of oxygen can cause brain cells to die within minutes. The longer the brain is deprived of blood, the more severe the damage. Some strokes are minor, causing temporary confusion or weakness, but others leave lasting disabilities or can even be fatal. One of the biggest risk factors for a stroke is high blood pressure. It weakens the blood vessels over time, making them more likely to rupture or become blocked. The problem is that high blood pressure doesn't have obvious symptoms. You could be walking around with it, completely unaware, until a stroke occurs. But here's the good news. You can take action. Regularly monitoring your blood pressure, eating a heart-healthy diet, and staying active can help you manage your blood pressure and reduce your risk of stroke. Even small changes, like cutting back on sodium, eating more leafy greens, and staying hydrated, can make a huge difference. If you ever experience symptoms like sudden confusion, numbness in one side of the body, or trouble speaking, don't wait, seek medical help immediately. Even minor signs can be a warning of a stroke or transient ischemic attack, TIA, which is often referred to as a mini stroke. Finally, we come to one of the most heartbreaking aspects of aging: cognitive decline. Losing memory, the ability to reason, or even basic independence can be terrifying. But it doesn't have to be inevitable. Cognitive decline is often slow and gradual, starting with small lapses in memory or difficulty focusing. At first, these changes can seem harmless, forgetting names, misplacing things, or struggling to keep up with conversations. But over time, these small issues can turn into something much more serious, like dementia or Alzheimer's disease. The real danger here is that cognitive decline can put your entire health at risk. Simple tasks, like remembering to take medications or recognize early symptoms of illness, become more difficult. Many seniors with cognitive decline fail to drink enough water, leading to dehydration, or eat poorly, resulting in malnutrition or weight gain that worsens other health conditions. What's more, cognitive decline can lead to dangerous accidents. Forgetting to turn off the stove, leaving doors unlocked, or wandering outside in unsafe conditions are all real risks for those with cognitive impairment. But here's the good news. You can protect your brain. Staying mentally active by reading, doing puzzles, and engaging in new learning activities helps keep your mind sharp. Physical exercise is just as important for brain health, as it increases blood flow to the brain and protects memory function. Social interaction is also key. Loneliness and isolation are major contributors to cognitive decline, so maintaining relationships and staying connected with others can significantly reduce your risk. A healthy diet, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins, can also help protect your brain from the damaging effects of aging. By keeping your mind engaged, staying active, and eating a brain-boosting diet, you can dramatically reduce your risk of cognitive decline and maintain your independence much longer. To wrap things up, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. Heart disease, falls, respiratory issues, stroke, and cognitive decline are responsible for nearly all deaths after 75. But here's the key takeaway. They are not inevitable. The truth is, most people don't realize how much control they actually have over their own health. By making small, consistent changes today, You can add years of strength, independence, and vitality to your life. No one wants to think about aging, but ignoring these risks won't make them disappear. Instead of focusing on limitations, focus on longevity, strength, and living life to its fullest. Start by thinking about your daily habits. Is there something you could improve? Maybe it's eating a bit healthier, getting more active, or staying socially connected. Remember, you don't have to change everything at once. Even the smallest step toward a healthier lifestyle can make a world of difference. The choices you make today will shape your tomorrow, and when it comes to your health, every day is an opportunity to protect it. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to apply it to your own life. Your feedback inspires us and motivates us to keep creating valuable content for you.